Hello everybody, Dizzy Plays here. I am going to start a new Let's Play series on Schedule 1 and get back into streaming on a more regular basis for everybody. If you have any questions, comments, throw them in the comments and we will go from there. But I wanted to get started with this new playthrough series. So we're going to play Dizzy's Supply House, and this is going to be the prologue of the game. Let's take a look at what all is happening. Looks like we're waking up in a trailer, and we got a little garden going on here. We got some stuff. Let's see, another day in paradise. Grab the trimmers from the storage rack and harvest the fully grown plant. So let's take a look here. Alright, that was easy enough. Let's package it all up. We got some packaging here. Pack. We just throw them in the bags and right on into our little bin, it looks like. Why won't it go in here? There we go. Now it wants us to pick up the watering can. We're gonna fill this up. This is pretty nifty. And let's pour some water here. This is pretty cool. It's telling me to respond to customers in our app. Let's take a look at our phone. Deal. Let's go meet them this morning. See who else we got. We'll meet them this morning as well. And we got one more. So yeah, let's meet them this morning as well and see what we got going on. Alright, hey Uncle Nelson, how you doing? Morning buddy, lovely day, ain't it? Sure is. If you're heading into town for some deals, would you mind grabbing something else for me? Sure, no problem, Uncle. I've got some business with some fellas staying down at the motel. Tell them you're here for Nelson's package, no need to pay for anything. Alrighty then. If you're looking to pick up any supplies for yourself, just throw it on my tab. That sounds good, Uncle. And he's gonna let us take his truck, so let's do this. Well, here we go. We're rolling on down the road. I guess we're going to Sierra Flats. Gameplay is pretty smooth, cruising on down through this tunnel here. Hopefully we're going the right direction. I like what the developer did here. Let's see what we got going on. We got a map to look at, we don't. So it wants us to park the car. And we'll park right over here. Alright, it looks like we got a guy back behind the gas station here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Andy, let's complete some deals. He wants 2 of these things, so let's give it to him. There we go, making a little bit of money. Alright, let's find Joe. He is behind the pawn shop. We got somebody over here. She wants a free sample. We ain't got that right now. Behind the blue house, so I guess that's back over here. Let's see if we can find Doug. There's Doug. What's up, buddy? You're looking for two? I got you covered, partner. Alright, now where is the pawn shop so that we can finalize this last deal? There we are. And we should find Joe back here. What's up, Joe? How you doing, man? Let's give you two. And we are done there. Friend Chelsea might like your stuff. Go check her out. Let's see what we got here. Open up the contacts menu. Is this Chelsea? It is. Alright. Provide sample to Chelsea near the doctor's office. So she's right over here. What's up, Chelsea? Your friend told me that you might be interested. Let's see what you think. Oh, you're just gonna do it right there. Bam. It's pretty nice. You'll hear from me soon. Sounds like a plan. Alright, we got to go over to the motel now, I suppose. Which looks like it's right over here. I guess we're gonna talk to these gentlemen out front. What's up? Good afternoon. Oh, looks like we actually have to go to the hardware store. Let's go to the hardware store and get ourselves some soil. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I'd like to purchase something. Give me 2 soil. Alright, now we can run over to the hotel. We'll grab the truck and we'll head right on over there. Oh, body search in progress. What is this? I don't see anybody. Maybe this is a bug in the game. Not 100% sure. But let's cruise on over to the hotel. Talk to Uncle Nelson's contact. I'm here for Nelson's package. Oh yeah? And you gonna pay for it? It's already paid for, man. No, it ain't. In fact, old Nelly already owes us some serious cash. Well, looks like Uncle Nelson set us up. Lucky for you, he's been good on his word so far, but you let me know he better close that tab real soon. I also need some seeds. Ballsy today, huh? Fine, but if Nelson doesn't pay, you'll be next in line. Consider it done, my man. Alright, it looks like we're about to get searched. Oh, I see. There we go. Fine, you're clean, lucky this time, I guess, but know that your uncle is up to something on that ranch. Alright, officer. Sorry about that. You better watch your back. This town won't tolerate scum like you for much longer. Oh boy, I guess we got a reputation. Alright, let's get the heck out of this town. Looks like the cops are on us. Uncle Nelson's contact isn't the happiest guy in the world. This is not the way we came in, I do not believe, is it? No, we came in from over here, so let's head on back out, get back to Uncle Nelson and give him the good news that his contacts aren't thrilled and that the cops are all over us. Everything is quite smooth with the gameplay. Look at that sun. Alright, here we are. Alright, let's talk to Uncle Nelson. Evening, need to get on in town. All good, got your package, but those guys are pretty antsy. Oh yeah, don't worry about them. I'll settle with them soon enough. Thanks for grabbing that for me. Well, I'll let you get on with it. See you tomorrow, bud. Alright, let's get back in here. I guess we are gonna grab our soil first and foremost. I like the way that this all works. Fill this pot on up. And then I assume that we want to throw a seed on in here. Bury the sucker. Let's grab our watering can. We'll pour some water on this guy. And then let's get some water on this guy too. Back on the shelf, and I guess we'll head to bed. Let's see what happens. Wake up at 7. Alright, we made some money today, a little bit of experience. Well, holy hell. Looks like the cops are here. Looks like we're just gonna get the hell out of Dodge. Smart move. Looks like that's a heck of an operation. You're a small-time dealer from the south in a fresh town with no cash, no product, and no contacts. You only know one way to make money. It's time to get to work. TVGS presents Schedule 1. I will say I really enjoy the graphics that they put together for being such a small studio. Alright, let's see what we got here. Looks like we're going to create our character. We can be skinny, we can be fat. We got some complexions to choose from. Could be a female. I'm going to go with male. Alright, let's check out these different hairstyles. We got a bowl cut, spiky, afro, peaked, balding, low bun, high bun. Alright, so we got a couple different things. I'm going to go with the spiky haircut. Let's go that color. This, I guess, spins our character around. Let's see, we got a smug, a pout, agitated. Let's go with a slight smile. Stubby or a goatee. I like the goatee. Let's do that. We got wrinkles, freckles. We're gonna say none of that. Let's keep it moving. Eyeball color. We got all kinds of things to choose from. We're gonna be clean, so let's do that. We can lessen this up a little bit. We'll go with almost fully open. Let's do that. Eyebrow scale. Wow. Well, there we are. Thickness. And let's thicken them up a little bit. We'll raise them above slightly. There we go. I like the look. We'll stick with a t-shirt. Let's go with white now. Oh man, quite a few colors to choose from here. Let's go with cargo pants. We'll go black. And we'll get some sneakers and we'll match our sneakers to our shirt. Alright. Here we are back in the camper. Looks like we need to water this again. Alright, let's fill the sucker back up with water. Alright, water these bad boys. Alright, let's take a look at our contacts. Okay, it looks like Uncle Nelson is reaching out to us. I guess we should go and talk to him and see what we got going on. Brand new town here. Highland Auto. Here's this phone. Let's see what we got. Goddamn, good to hear your voice, buddy. Looks like our luck finally ran out. The feds have got me locked up while I wait for a trial. Glad to hear you managed to slip out, though. Back before I moved to Serena Flats, I used to live out there in Highland Point. Not the nicest town around, but plenty of opportunity for someone in your line of work. If memory serves me, I've got some cash stashed out there. It ain't much, but it'll be enough to get you back on your feet. You can find it stashed under the town hall fountain in the canal and behind the supermarket. Go grab it, head back to the RV, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's see if we can find this cache. And we have a map now, so there we are. We got 1 stash, 2 stashes, 3. Alright, let's go grab this stuff. Looks like first one will be right here. 80 bucks. Next we will go over to the fountain here. We got 120 bucks. And then we will run over behind the supermarket. Let's see what we got here. Alright, maybe it's on the other side. There we are. And 175 bucks. So now let's get back over to the RV. And that is going to be down over this way. Oh boy. That looks like right around where the RV was parked. It's probably not good. I don't think we had anything flammable in there, so what the heck. Oh boy. Welcome to Highland Point. This is our territory. Don't interfere. TB. Well, I guess somebody wasn't happy that we are in town. I'm guessing that we lost everything. Oh boy. Alright, well, let's go back to the payphone and let Uncle Nelson know that we just got jammed up a little bit. Well, that's not ideal. There's a powerful cartel in town, the Benzie family. I figured they'd eventually be a problem, but didn't think they'd find you this quickly. Looks like you're gonna need somewhere low-key to stay for a while. Why don't you head over to the hotel and ask about getting a room? After that, you'll need some new equipment. There's a hardware store just northeast of the motel. Grab a grow, tent, soil, and a watering can. Alright, let's see if we can find this motel. What do we got on our map here? Alright, there's our motel. Let's go talk to the manager and see if we can get ourselves a room. Well, hello, Donna. I'd like to rent a room. Great, it'll be $75 for the week. Deal. You're in room 1, closest to the office. Sounds like a plan. Let's take a look at this room. Alright, looks like we got ourselves a TV, a little storage rack, a trash can. Looks like we got a little bobblehead, a sink. Alright. Now we gotta head over to the hardware store and get ourselves some stuff. So, where is our hardware store? Let's take a look around. Alright, we got ourselves a supermarket. Dan's Hardware. I guess this is where we want to be. Oh, it looks like no cash, card only. So let me run over to this ATM machine here. Let's make a deposit. I guess we can always pull it back out if we need to. And let's get ourselves a couple things. So we need a grow tent, we need some soil, and we need a watering can. Let's make this purchase. And I'm Dan, I run this hardware store. What line of work are you in? Let's see here. I think we'll tell them that we're in agriculture. Oh, ain't that nice. I always fancied a bit of gardening myself. Here's some speed grow on the house. Welcome to Highland Park. Thanks. Alright, well, let's head back over to the hotel, and I guess we'll get our setup started. Alright, here we are. Let's save this game. Place the grow tent and fill it with soil. Alright, I guess we'll get this started right here. Throw this down, grab our soil, open it up. And then let's throw our watering can and our product there, and let's go talk to Uncle Nelson again. Guess he'll give us some more direction on what we should be doing. You're almost ready to go, but you're missing one key ingredient, the seeds. You'll need to speak to the supplier to get your hands on some seeds. I've passed your number on to Albert Hoover, the local supplier. Send him a message and request a dead drop. I vouched for you, so you won't have to pay up front. Your order will go into the tab, which you can pay off in the future. Alright, let's see if we can find this guy. There he is. Send me a message if you'd like to order something. Great. Let's do this. I'll need a dead drop. How much can we order at one time? Let's do the max order that he'll give us. It looks like 9, so we'll place that order. He said it's going to be 30 minutes for that to happen. I guess he'll message us back when things get going. I suppose we're going to need some more supplies from probably the hardware store. We're going to need a pair of trimmers. We're going to need a couple things. Let's see what else we can go grab from over here. Probably also going to need a packaging station, because we had one of those at the other place. So let's grab a pair of trimmers, let's grab ourselves a packaging station, and let's grab ourselves 10 baggies. Do we need anything else currently? A trash grabber looks like it might be a good thing to have. Let's do that. Let's also grab ourselves a few trash bags. Alright. And we will head back over to the motel. Let's see how we want to set this up. We're going to have to put down our packaging station, so we'll do that there. We can throw our trash bags. And, well, we can probably put this right into our packaging center. Throw our stuff there. And I guess while we are waiting, I believe that we can pick up some trash. Let's see what we got. Because there are these little trash receptacles. Cash for trash. So we're obviously going to need some cash. So let's see what we can pick up here. Looks like there is just trash all over the street. Our bin is full, so let's go see how much money we can get out of this. Alright, 15 bucks. Let's see if we can find some more trash here on the street. Make a little bit of money while we're waiting for our drop to happen. There's trash everywhere, literally. How about it? Alright. Sounds like the police curfew is going to be going into effect. Definitely don't want to start any trouble with the law already. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little more cash here. How much do we get this time? 20 bucks. Alright. Fairly profitable little endeavor. Picking up garbage. Starting to get quite dark out. we want to go to sleep until after we get our drop and get things started here. But let's pick up a little more trash. Alright, our drop is ready. Let's go pick this up. Grab ourselves a little more trash cash. Alright, let's take a look at our map and see where our drop is. It's under the West Bridge, so it is not too far away. Let's hope that we don't run into any police traffic. Here is our West Bridge, and there is our drop box. So let's grab this, and then we will head back to the room. Alright, here we go. We will sow this seed. We will throw our seeds on our shelf, and we'll grab our watering can. Oh, it's empty. Let's fill this sucker up. Alright, let's pour some water here. There we go. We got a nice start. Maybe we can even throw our seed grow on here so that we can help progress. We gotta cover the whole thing. There we go. Well, that worked pretty good. Let's pick up our trash. And I suppose at this point, since we're just waiting, we can probably go to sleep. Yeah, we didn't start anything today. Look at us, we're a lowly street rat. Alright, and there is our plant. So I think we got this pretty well started. It looks like we are cruising at just over 30 minutes, so I am going to end the video, and we will be back with the next episode here not too far from now. Appreciate you all watching. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, throw me a like, a comment, and potentially even subscribe. I appreciate everybody. You all have a wonderful day.